Welcome to Mind Minutes. Ever feel like your partner just doesn't get it when you're struggling? Like you reach out for support and they just fumble the ball? It's a common relationship hurdle, and today we're diving into why it happens and what to do about it.
Right? It's like that late night call to your partner when everything's going wrong, only to hear, I'm too busy to deal with this right now. Ouch.
Exactly. This article uses a powerful analogy of catching the ball, referring to how we expect our partners to respond to our emotional needs. It emphasizes the importance of realistic expectations.
So, not expecting them to magically fix everything, but to at least acknowledge and validate our feelings?
Precisely. The article talks about passing expectations, not perfect ones, like just catching the ball, even if it's a little clumsy. A simple, I know you're hurting, or even, I don't know what to say, but I'm here, can make a world of difference.
Yeah, sometimes just having someone present is enough. But what about those times when even that feels like too much to ask?
Well, the article delves into that too. It highlights Bodman's dyadic coping theory, which stresses the impact of shared stress on our relationships. If one partner is struggling and the other isn't engaged, it creates distance and new stressors within the relationship itself.
So, it's not just about individual stress, but how couples handle stress together.
Exactly. It's about collaborative coding, like a team. And I think there's a reference to the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya in there. Interesting choice. Anyway, the article argues that mutual support leads to better communication, strong intimacy, and firmer commitment. Kind of a no-brainer, right?
Right.
It also explores the idea of a soft landing for our emotions, where our partners provide support and encouragement. However, constantly expecting this can be exhausting for them.
It makes sense. We can't expect constant emotional pampering. It's about finding a balance.
Totally. And sometimes we might need to be more direct about our needs. Like that kid on the train demanding a proper comforting from her mom. It highlights how important it is to clearly communicate our needs, rather than waiting for our partners to magically decipher them.
Yeah, honey, thanks for the advice, but right now I just need a hug, is sometimes all it takes.
Absolutely. And the article goes on to discuss Bayon's container-contained theory, emphasizing the importance of mutual containment. It's not just about one partner constantly absorbing the other's emotions, but a reciprocal process of support and understanding.
So it's like a symbiotic relationship where both partners nourish each other rather than a parasitic one where one person gets drained?
Spot on. This mutual containment fosters a sense of shared fate, a feeling that your lives and futures are intertwined. It strengthens commitment and motivates both partners to invest in the relationship.
That sense of shared feet, knowing you're in it together through thick and thin, is incredibly powerful. It makes even the toughest times feel bearable.
So it's not just about catching the ball, but about what happens after the catch, right? Like how we process those emotions together.
Exactly. And this is where Bayon's container contained theory comes in. It's fascinating stuff, really. It's like, think of a parent soothing a distressed child.
Yeah? The parent provides a safe space, a container, for the child's big emotions.
Precisely. The child's anxieties are the contained, held, and processed by the parent, the container. But, and this is key, it's not a one-way street.
Oh? So it's not just about one partner constantly being the container?
Right. It has to be reciprocal. Sometimes I need to be the container for your emotions, and sometimes you need to be the container for mine. It's about mutual support and understanding, a give and take.
Like I might be the container for your work stress today, but tomorrow you might be the container for my family drama. That kind of thing?
Exactly. That's what creates that sense of shared fate. It's not just about individual coping, it's about dyadic coping, as Bodman's research emphasizes.
Right, dyadic coping, working through it together. So how does this actually play out in a relationship, though? Like, practically speaking.
Well, think about it this way. When your partner is stressed, do you try to fix the problem immediately, or do you first validate their feelings?
Sometimes I jump into fix-it mode, which I'm realizing now might not always be the most helpful approach.
Yeah. Sometimes just listening and acknowledging their feelings is more valuable than offering solutions. It's that initial soft landing that the article talks about. It's about creating a safe space, that container for their emotions.
So instead of saying, well, you should have just, I should say, wow, that sounds really tough. I'm here for you. Something like that.
Exactly. And it goes both ways. When you're struggling, can you clearly communicate your needs to your partner? Or do you expect them to just know?
Ooh, good point. Sometimes I definitely fall into the they should just know trap. Not fair, really.
No, it's not. It's like that kid on the train who wants a specific kind of comfort from her mom, We need to articulate our needs, not expect our partners to be mind readers.
So we've been talking about this whole catching the ball idea in relationships, right? How we respond to our partner's emotional needs. But this article brings up a really interesting point about negative emotions.
Yeah? You mean like how we handle those not so fun moments?
Exactly. It's not just about being there for the good times, it's about navigating the rough patches together. And get this, sometimes negative emotions can actually be positive for a relationship. I know, sounds counterintuitive, right?
It does. How can negativity ever be a good thing?
Well, think about it. When you're both going through a tough time and you support each other, it can bring you closer. That shared struggle, that vulnerability, it strengthens the bond.
Like, hey, we got through that together, we can handle anything kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's I guess it's like facing a storm together. It can really solidify that sense of shared fate. Like Sanford and Rowatt's research in 2004 showed, negative emotions, when handled well, can actually boost intimacy. It's not about avoiding the negative, but about how you respond to it.
So it's not about pretending everything's sunshine and rainbows all the time. It's about being real with each other even when things are tough.
Precisely. And that ties into Bion's container contained theory. Being able to hold space for each other's negative emotions, being that container, it builds trust and deepens connection. It's that reciprocal support, like Berscheid and Amazalorso talked about in 2001, that truly nourishes a relationship.
Right, that mutual containment. It's like, I see your pain and I'm here for you, even if I don't have all the answers.
And sometimes just knowing someone is there, truly present, is enough. It creates that soft landing for our emotions. This all circles back to managing expectations, though. It's crucial to have realistic expectations, not perfect ones. We can't expect our partners to be our constant emotional crutch, right?
Yeah, it's about finding a balance. Supporting each other through tough times, yes, but also recognizing our own individual capacity for emotional resilience.
Exactly. And as always, communication is key. Clearly communicating our needs, like that kid on the train example, can make a world of difference.
So, to wrap up, it's not just about catching the ball, but how we process those emotions together, positive and negative, in a supportive and balanced way.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for today's Mind Minutes. Thanks for joining us as we explored these fascinating insights on relationships, negative emotions, and the power of shared experience. Until next time, take care and remember, a little bit of understanding can go a long way in building stronger connections. Mm.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We appreciate you tuning in. And remember, you're not alone in navigating the complexities of relationships. We're all in this together. Until next time.